This season, we're bringing you the real stories of Huntsville entrepreneurs.
From the mess to the breakthrough, we're showing you the whole journey.
And why it matters for every dreamer in the Rocket City. Alisa's journey began here in Huntsville, but it carried her far from home before bringing her back. Returning home sparked something new. Alisa wanted to help people connect to the Rocket City the way that she was reconnecting. Alisa's dream is to make print feel like a luxury experience, something people treasure. But behind the beauty of her creation is the weight of doing it all herself.
I was born and raised in Huntsville. Moved away for college, grad school, and to start a career in academic publishing. Worked in Boston in the scholarly publishing industry for almost a decade, publishing journals, launching new publications. I went remote during COVID, moved back to my hometown with 2 young kids. I love being back in Huntsville, but the city's changed a lot since I left. There are new places to eat, new places to go, new parks, new schools. And when I moved back here, I didn't know what to do. Even as a native, there's so much that's changed. So much that's changing in a new city every day. I was working from home. I didn't have a community. I didn't have connections. I didn't have friends. I knew I had to make a change. I thought, what do people need when they move back to a new city? What kind of things would have helped me when I moved back here? What did I want? What was important? What was I missing? And I thought, I have the skills to make this happen. I quit my corporate job and I started Welcome Home Huntsville. It's more than a magazine. It's a resource for new residents. It tells everyone who's moving into the city, whether they're from here initially or whether they've never set foot in Huntsville before, what they need to know about our city. I had a vision of what I could offer this city, but it's not been easy to make that vision come to fruition. Starting a new business, owning your own business, it's a lot. There's always more to do. It's scaling so fast right now. I can't keep up with everything I need to know and everything I need to do. I need help. I need resources. I need advice. That's why I'm here. Welcome Home Huntsville has grown dramatically over the past 6 months. But it's just me. I started it. I'm running it. And I'm dropping balls left and right. If I don't get some help, if I don't get something, I'm gonna burn out. And this magazine is gonna burn out with me. I'm all in on this magazine. I've put everything I have into it. I've cashed out my 401k. I've quit my corporate job. I've changed careers entirely. My family is depending on me to succeed. They're supporting me, but I can't do it alone. This business is my heart. It's what I have, it's what I love, it's what I want to do. And I can't imagine what will happen if I don't succeed. It needs to grow. I need to scale this to the next level, or I'm not going to be able to sustain what I'm doing right now.
We're here with Alisa Clark with Welcome Home Huntsville Magazine to explore what we're going to do next in your business.
Dana.
Dun, dun, dun!
Dana, I can't see past your huge head. Hey, Alisa, where's Alisa?
I'm hiding from you.
Can you do me a favor and just... Oh, there you go. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Now that we've
Do you need to see her?
Did that help? Oh, right. Are you even part of the show,
Are you even
Lucas?
part of this? Like,
Okay,
this is the
fine.
Dana and Alisa show.
No, it's not.
We can chat.
I am part of... Okay.
You're all the way on the other side.
This
of
is
the
what I'm
table
talking
there.
about. When I remember when I first met her, and she's like, I have a magazine. And I was like, okay, that's going to go down the drains. Like, good luck with
Wow,
it.
today's...
Aren't there already like 1,000 magazines? And nice to meet you. Hey, good luck with your...
What is that whole print is dead?
Printed, that's right.
It's not dead.
Print is not dead, and we are here to prove it, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about some of your favorite things about owning and working with the magazine.
I love working in publishing, first of all. I love print products. I love making something beautiful and tactile and delightful. Print isn't dead, but print is a luxury product now.
Luxury.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that term is the right term for Welcome Home Huntsville, because my first thought was good luck, and then she whipped out the magazine, yeah, whoosh, and it was like da-da-da-da, and it's just smooth and so, Jennifer.
Why don't we have any on set?
Jennifer,
where are our
bring me-
magazines?
Where's you see? You give somebody 15 or 20 different jobs to do, And suddenly, they're not. Here we go. And there's Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, get out of here. What are you? Okay, wait. No, I also want. There's also like.
They're postcards, yes.
Okay, I'll take.
All print items.
Just go.
Are what we
Now,
Yes.
don't you feel safer
Okay,
now that
that's
you
what
have
I mean.
this?
do. You should feel safe.
When she whipped out the magazine, I was like, wait a second. So you can't tell just as a viewer, but it's so soft.
It's so soft,
And
and that
her
was
card-
intentional, right?
It was intentional.
Yeah.
Soft touch. You got to make it something that people want to hold and want to keep and want to experience.
Here, make like a
over and
little
over again.
display of them. So
Oh,
there's
I
like
Nice,
love
thank
it.
you.
a little thing. And then we've got the postcards, because that's a thing, right?
Because when you go to a new city, you can have
Postcards.
it's a business card.
Right home
beautiful.
to mom.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what you like best about it. Tell us some of the hard parts.
I have never done sales before, and I hate it. It's just a lot. When you start a new business, you think, I want to do this thing, and then you know in your head that there are all these other business skills wrapped around the thing that you're doing. But I didn't realize there's just so much to running a business, to starting your own new enterprise that is just all on you. And so I've got to be a salesperson, I've got to be a marketer, I've got to be a publisher, I've got to be yes, everything.
Operations.
I've got to, community
All of this.
representative,
All of it.
everything. It's
Yeah.
just me. And there's just so much other than the core of the business that has to get done, and it's just exhausting.
That's a class. So that is
Yeah.
a classic thing.
We've
are
heard it a lot,
We've heard it a
right?
lot. It's true for me.
It's
true for people start businesses, and it's like, I am really good at plumbing. I'm really good at plumbing. I love it. I love getting my mind into it and building out and understanding the structure of it, etc. You can't run a plumbing company just because you're good at plumbing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of like patch
It
it
takes
together.
a special kind of person to be an entrepreneur in the first place, I think. But then you've got this passion, and then you have to bring it to life.
You've got to be a masochist. You've got to love living in pain and suffering.
and not getting a lot of sleep. That's
Yeah.
really key.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Well, we decided that this magazine deserves a fighting chance. And so we teamed up with Megan Chitwood, Executive Director, BNI Alabama, and we're going to talk about a plan to take
Get
you
it.
next level.
Get it.
Come on in,
I
Megan.
can't wait.
Hi.
Hi, Megan.
Hi. How are you?
I'm so good. So happy to be here.
Good.
So she had her magazine in hand.
Yeah, she
unlike
was ready.
us.
I did.
She was
Absolutely.
ready.
Because there's a few things I want to point out in it as
Okay.
we get started. I love it. I have a job because people hate sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So to help make lead generation easier,
Yeah.
start that sales process, push people into the sales process.
Mhm.
Sometimes with our recommendation of a referral partner, you can even have the sale almost done before you even walk through the door. So anyway, so that's just going to be a key part of it, is how do you take the team you've got around you that you're not paying every single human being, which is
Yes.
also awesome, to kind of take this to the next level.
Here,
All right.
give me here. Make room. She's got a whole plan.
I know.
Let's roll it out. Let's roll it out.
Okay, so I want to start with, first thing I want to start with, and sorry, I'm going to flip through all of my notes, is getting you additional time, right? Getting you additional time. So I love the idea of beginning with the end in mind.
Mhm.
When this is fully baked, what does it ultimately look like? And what it looks like is you're not doing all of the jobs.
Right.
So one key task, I think, for you to do is literally, what should the org chart look like?
Yeah.
Put your name in every box. And then which of those boxes could you offload very, very easily without creating risk in the business for you?
Right.
Is that going to make sense?
Isn't there there's like a graph? You showed me this graph where it's like urgent, important, or something, right? And you like kind of like spot all the different
And
things.
Einstein
delegate
matrix.
box.
That's it. There's
Yeah.
the delegate
Yeah.
box where it's like, this is like
Eisenhower matrix. That's
It
what
is.
it's called.
Yeah.
the Eisenhower matrix, exactly.
got us.
Just
Yeah.
add that on right here. We'll have a little graphic come up. Thank you, Eisenhower.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
it
it's
is the
actually
things
Eisenhower.
that you don't have to be the one that does. Now, I do have some bad news.
Okay.
The best person to sell is the business owner.
Yeah.
Because you have the passion, you have the vision, you have what you want it to be, you have the purpose of what this is supposed to be, and all of those kinds of things.
Right.
So one of the other things we need to get you is comfortable with the selling process. And that's where I think B&I will really help you, is if
Yeah.
we can walk in and have somebody say, hey, well, here's the magazine, and this is why I think that you should talk to her. We can get that sales process really pushed down the line for you,
Yeah.
so you're not walking in cold. I remember in our conversation, the people you tried to delegate sales to, right? They were probably either dialing for dollars or they were knocking on doors. And
It did not work.
I think it didn't work.
Yeah.
And I think on average, there's a very few people in the part of the population that just like loves that.
Oh my
or either
God.
that or I'm not surrounded by them.
No,
Right,
what?
right.
Like, who are these people? They'll raise their hands. They're like, oh, I love cold
calls.
calling.
Someone did that. I was
I was like, oh,
yeah.
you love
Sherry
it?
Howell.
Yeah,
Loves
loves
cold
it.
calling.
Like,
You
how
don't get-
uncomfortable.
yeah. So
Sociopaths.
I do cold. Okay, so I don't currently cold call. Thank you, BNI. Thank you, Megan. Thank you. Thank you. But I have cold called before, and for me to, and it's painful. It's excruciating. For me to do it, I have to do the sociopath thing. I have to compartmentalize, become a different person. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, this is,
Yeah.
I do it on
It's not
camera
me,
sometimes.
it's not me, it's
I
not
have
me.
to put on a mask and be like,
Yeah.
okay, here we go. Oh, hey, this is Lucas. I'm giving you a call because I noticed your website and I was thinking maybe I have to like change so that I can do it.
Like,
'cause
your
otherwise-
voice changes and
I'm
everything.
not even joking. It's
yeah.
totally real. And that's what it takes because, yeah.
I mean, otherwise, like, when somebody, because you get a lot of no's.
well, because I
and that
don't
can
want
hurt.
people like calling and harassing me. It's
Right.
because of my perception of it. My perception of it is like, leave me alone. I'm busy. Like, call me and ask me if I need like more SEO or something. Like, please,
Right.
enough.
Even if you believe in what you're doing, like there's still a skill to getting that message
100%.
across, and it's so hard when you've never done it before, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, and I think that also you looking at the Sandler selling system, we did talk to another contestant about that as well.
Okay.
But it puts you in the frame of I'm just trying to see if we have a good fit here.
Right.
So it's not selling; it's consulting,
Right.
and then I can decide this is going to be a good fit for you. This isn't,
Yeah.
and it's an easy process.
Okay.
And when I hate it, I've made exactly 5 cold calls in my entire life, and I literally was like,
All 5
like
of them.
what? Yeah,
Yeah.
all in one
Yeah.
sitting,
Yeah.
and then I was like,
Yeah.
Done.
I'm not doing this.
It was traumatizing.
It was.
She knows it was 5. She remembers all 5
I do.
conversations.
I
She
remember
wakes up
where
in the
I
night.
was sitting.
Oh,
I
no.
remember what. Yes, I remember.
It was a dark night.
It was. Yeah, it was. It was
Flashbacks to
excruciating.
Megan, flop
Lightning.
sweat on the phone, shaking.
Yeah, terrible.
Like,
But when I found the Sandler selling system, I was like, okay, I can do this because all I have to do is figure out is this good fit for you or not, and then when it's not, let's just call it out and say this is not a good fit. Okay, so we're gonna look at our team. What can I offload so I get more time? How can I do sales? And then how do we use BNI better to make it so this isn't as bad? And she has lists.
I do have that.
Yes, so she already has lists of people she's recommending in the area for individual things. This is her list that she would then say, I need one of these folks, and I need one of these folks, and I need one of these folks to be an advertiser in it.
I need to find what page is that on?
That is on page 48 and 49. but
They're all throughout it.
They are
right?
absolutely
Because this is
throughout
a resource. This is a
Correct.
resource for people to be connected with people that have been vetted.
Oh,
70% of this content is not paid, right?
Right.
It's things that the community's put together to just honestly tell people what they need to know.
Right. You're not putting crap in here.
Yeah.
You're like, no, we're not putting
so
Billy Bob's truck.
couldn't
Chuck
you-
I mean,
truck.
Billy Bob could be really good. Like maybe
Okay.
maybe he's in here.
Maybe he's
I don't know. If he's good, he's in here.
Okay, but as a BNI member, that's
Yeah.
not the owner of this magazine, I could like pop this open and be like, I want to target this industry.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh.
a name.
Oh,
Right? This is like a resource.
This is
This is huge. I
Yeah,
don't.
it's a goal.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't
the
even
goal.
think about that until just now. That's amazing. Yeah, make a note, Jennifer. Make a note.
Lawyers. Is there a page of lawyers?
That's right.
We have one lawyer so far.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So the other one is, what are all the things? What are all the professions that somebody needs when they first move in,
Right.
and all of those kinds of
That's
things,
really
and all of those are important. The other thing that I'm curious about how we can maximize the revenue of
Yeah.
it as well,
Yeah.
because there are whole industries where people buy the article written about them.
Right.
So you got 30% is ad spend, which is ads, but I think you can also have the page on how to pick a good pediatrician by a pediatrician.
Right.
And
right.
you actually create additional revenue for the
Yeah,
magazine
yeah, I
as well.
love that kind of content. Right now, in my head, I've got that as part of that 30%. But if it's really useful content, I could grow past that, as long as it's something that doesn't feel like something that's just an ad.
Well, and when you and I talked about potentially how we could work together,
Yeah.
I was more interested in being on the byline
Yeah.
because there is a whole strategy for business that you are a writer for the business and you get credibility by being the author
Yes.
and not having an ad.
Yes. It
Because
sets
I
you
want
up
the
as an
credit.
expert. That's the
Yes,
point. Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
So, and then it also allows that person to talk about how to pick them
Yes.
and how to pick and why they're special
Yes.
as well.
Mhm.
So I think there's an opportunity for that also. And then I want you also to be thinking about what does the next owner of this magazine look like? Not the one in Huntsville per se, but what does, and then I know you have talked about opening another city, and we need to document the heck out of you opening up the new city.
Are you talking
You're
like
right.
franchise? Is that the
That's the ultimate
Maybe.
goal.
Is that the goal? Okay,
We'll see if
I
we
see.
get there. We're
Welcome
still new, but
home.
yeah.
That's maybe
Dallas?
3 to
The
5.
company is Welcome Home Magazine, so it could be Welcome Home Franklin, Welcome Home
Okay.
Alpharetta, Welcome Home Anywhere.
You see,
that
I've got
needs
such a
this.
limited mindset. I'm like,
Yeah,
if it's not in
no.
Huntsville, it doesn't exist.
No.
Like,
Well, and I wouldn't call it
Home
3 to
medicine.
5 because the moment she decides she can move to another city is also the moment. In theory, she has the playbook to make this one successful,
Right.
and now she also only needs to share that playbook with the next next
Right.
owner, right? And then how you pitch it and all.
So
those
6
kinds
to
of
9
things.
months,
goal.
get all the systems in place and make it repeatable, make it easy, make them not have to stumble through all the things that you're stumbling through.
Correct.
I
Right.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we can even have a blueprint of what does that look like because you need to run that blueprint in structure when you open the next one, and then it's what are all of our lessons learned, and now we're ready to roll with the expansion.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. I already mentioned the list, so you've already got the list. You need to open that up and say, "Hey, do you know anybody on this list?" And
Right.
have your fellow BNI members tell you the people that they do have access to.
is this
So
a classic like top 100 client list or?
She's already vetted the people who are in here because she's only recommending people she has vetted. So she has her top 10 list
Yeah.
instead of needing 100.
Yeah.
Because she really needs probably one in every profession
That's the goal.
is the idea.
This
So we
is
just
so
gotta pick the best
in
one.
alignment with BNI.
It
In
really
fact,
is.
I almost feel like part of the playbook from the franchise mindset is like, okay, you're gonna like join a BNI chapter and like start networking within BNI because BNI does. Each
Give you
chapter is
that.
vetting through people trying to find the absolute best dentist and the best, etc.
When you start looking at what does somebody need to know or who does somebody need to know when they move into the area, now outside of like the medical partners that you need to have, almost every other is in a BNI chapter.
Yeah.
So really, and that can be part of your playbook for the person
Absolutely.
you're selling to next. We have lots of franchises that say part of your marketing plan is join BNI right away, and so it introduces
Yeah.
them and so on.
It's
and then
certainly
how
been the
to
most
work
helpful
it.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then if we have a playbook on how to work BNI for
Right.
this particular magazine,
Right.
now you've really set them up for success also as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tangible. Next week, what does she start working on?
So I think we start on the sales process, just so that you can start getting comfortable with that idea. I will send you the same resource that I've sent others for that particular one, just to kind of start getting your arms wrapped around it. I want you to think about 3 advertising tiers: the editorial partner, the ad partner, and then you could even go with the directory partner.
Define directory partner. Tell me what you're talking about.
This is your list.
Mhm.
Shouldn't I pay to be on this list if I'm good?
In theory.
Right?
In theory,
Yeah, in theory, but
Yeah.
Well,
so there
because
is just
that means-
there is an opportunity to do that as well.
Right.
So what
Yeah.
would it take to elevate the magazine to the point where people are like, they value and they're like, I need to be listed in here and I'm willing to pay. And it doesn't have to be a lot.
No, no,
right?
For a directory partner.
For a
right?
directory
Correct.
partner.
So she is starting her whole social media strategy
Mhm.
around the magazine now as well, and I think that takes on the flavor of being more of a content creator, influencer
Mhm.
type. And so when this feels like these are personal recommendations, then there's immediate value to it.
Mhm.
And then the social media piece also allows you to think about, like, somebody could actually request, I'm moving to Huntsville. So instead of getting this when I move in, I get it when I am moving, because then I've got every resource I need from top to bottom. Then you open it up to all the real estate folks and all those kinds of things.
Yeah. I'd love to kind of crack that nut of people who are about to move to Huntsville or
Yeah.
thinking about moving to Huntsville.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have real estate partners that are handing these out to people who are contacting them because that's the person you end up contacting. Or HR departments that are moving people into town and they
I
get
really
a
want to
stack
put
of
these in
them.
hotels too.
Hotels would be another great
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Apartments
Yep.
is another great
Mhm.
one. So there's just, when I started really thinking, I was like, there's so much opportunity to this old is new
Yeah.
Right.
print, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the other thing that I found myself actually opening up direct mail that comes in the mailbox lately because Like, who in their right mind would be sending direct mail right now? So it's actually getting attention that people say, oh, but everything's electronic.
Yeah, I think we're looping back around to the
Yep.
point
Right,
where
because
I was going to say that.
so young.
we're
I
just,
talked to a social media
it's just
person,
oversaturated.
and they were like,
online.
okay, they were talking about the season 1 and long form and how they really enjoyed the show and how they listen to podcasts that are just like hours long. And because I was talking about, okay, short form, and she was like, no, actually, it seems like this other side of the cycle where it's going back towards long form, and if it continues this trajectory, you're exactly right. Like it's going to be shifting back into, and I think it makes sense.
We just
Because
reached
in
a point
short
where
pieces, you can't put the whole concept together.
Yeah.
Now that's why long form, I want long form because I don't need 10 different things that I have to figure out which order am I supposed to do. Like, just give me the 10.
And it's a trust thing too. The just oversaturation of untrusted sources on the internet is making people kind
It's
it's hard to
true.
find the right thing, the good thing. And then in a print magazine, you have a little more sense of like, okay, this has actually been vetted.
Yeah.
And I know that it's going to be something good.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
and kind of paralleling to B&I, we even had a vetting process that we let the chapters do alone, and then I could not stand up in front of everybody and say, do business with all 1,000 members of our chapters because they've all been vetted, because I didn't know what varying levels they had been.
Right.
So another pitch to people who are getting this from you is the vetting is A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah, and I'd love to be able to communicate that a lot better than I do.
Yes,
Yeah.
and now it's like, okay, these people are vetted. I am, like, this isn't just, they paid you money and you're in there.
Yes.
So, yeah.
All right,
So you've got to shift your selling
Yeah.
system. You
It's
have to
gotta
shift what you're
shift.
doing. You have to expand your team. These
Even
are not easy
though-
things to do, but they have to be
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's just a shift of, okay, so before you were trying to offload the sales, now we're going to embrace the sales and offload some of the other things.
We're going to try it on.
Try it on.
I don't want it to be like you are the salesperson and go,
Okay.
"Ugh, that's not why I started this
Yeah.
business."
Well, that's kind of what I'm doing now. So
Yeah, but
I just need to do it better, right?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to try it on, but we get
But if you don't,
if you
what's
don't dig
the-
in, if you don't commit to actually trying 100,000%, that's impossible. But if you don't commit fully,
100,000%.
then it could fail altogether.
It's an expensive endeavor because the salesperson on my team is the most expensive person on my team.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's
Yep.
very true. All right, so fast forward. Let's go to 7 weeks from now
Okay.
when we're having our wrap-up interview.
Okay.
What has changed? What are you looking to come back and report to us and say, like, oh my gosh, the face of my business is changed. 7 weeks doesn't seem like a lot of time.
No.
But if you buckle down and you're like, I'm going to make this happen, what does that look like?
I think for me, it looks like feeling like I'm on top of everything, that it's not just running from one crisis to another. I would love to feel like that. I'd love to feel like also that I'm communicating really the value of what I have and telling people how that vetting process is being done and those things in a way that's really compelling to people that I'm trying to partner with.
Yeah.
Because right now you're running around putting out fires.
Yes.
Well, it's like there is this shift, I think, that we all need. It's being proactive instead of reactive.
Uh-huh.
And it's so easy to get into a reactive
Right.
cycle,
You're
but then
so
you
overwhelmed.
never get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're always firefighting.
Yeah.
So
So-
just like bottom line, if you don't do, let's say you're like, I'm going to do it, and you don't do anything, and you drive forward, like eventually it's over, right? Like pretty much you're just going to like keep running and running and running and keep facing the same, like something needs to change. And at some point or another, you're going to have to back it up or do something's got to change. I mean, I don't know. That's how I feel in like my business. I'm like, look, if something doesn't change, like, okay, what do I have? A few years more. And like, I'm already like fizzling and falling and dropping the ball, and reputationally it's a problem. And so what's the bottom line? If something doesn't change,
If something doesn't change, I'm going to have a mental breakdown, and then the magazine is going to fail because I'm not going to be able to keep on, firing all cylinders.
yeah,
like now.
and all the people that you know and all of your family, they're all going to make fun of you for being a loser, Lucas. No,
Listen, it
Okay,
does feel like that sometimes.
It does,
it
it feels
does.
like that.
Because
So the-
when we go all in, like we
Yes.
told everyone, this
Oh,
is what
yeah,
I do now. This is
exactly.
what I am now.
We don't want to be upfront.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Everything is riding on
Hang on,
that.
before we wrap, I just want to know
Okay.
for sure. I want to hear it from you. Are you committed? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do the things or not?
I am committed. I'm going to do the things. Give me the coaching, the advice I need, and I'm all in.
Yes.
Do it.
Let's
All right.
go.
Let's get it.
bring this business from doing my best to scheduled, planned, a scalable business. Some things took so much. What can we throw our weight behind? Trying to make those decisions is extremely stressful on mental health.
I never really planned to own my own business, to be an entrepreneur. There are so many things that could easily go wrong, even if you have done everything right. I had a tragic accident. You'd think after surviving something like that, that you just immediately bounce back. And that's not really what happened.